oil. Straight up oil. And almost 100% of this oil is fat. Bottoms up, guys. Cheers. Hi guys, Mark here for KetoKitchenCollection.com, and today's video is about the top 5 easy ketogenic fat bombs that we can use to increase our daily fat intake. So let's dive right in. The first one we're going to discuss is avocado. Now, avocado is about 15% fat. So if you've got a 100 gram chunk of avocado, then you can be sure that 15 grams of that is fat. So that is a good, easy way and a delicious way for those of you who are into avocado for you to bump up the amount of fat intake relatively easily. The next best item on the list is number 2 is olives. It's actually relatively the same with olives and avocado with the amount of fat content in each. Olives have about 15% of their weight as fat. So if you've got 100 grams of olives, you're going to have about 15 grams of fat in that 100 gram serve. Now, you're not necessarily going to eat 100 grams of olives in one go, so they might be a bit better suited to being a snack. Whereas with the avocado, you could relatively easily eat a 100 gram chunk of avocado to really bump up that fat content. So it's really just whatever you prefer, but they're about the same fat content in each at 15% of the actual weight of the avocado or olives. Number 3 on the list is, can you guess it? It's cheese. Okay, now cheese, about a third of the weight of cheese is fat. So this piece is about 15 grams. So a third of that is 5 grams. We get 5 grams of fat in this little piece of cheese, which is fantastic. Okay, so typically I'd have it in 30 gram chunks. Every 30 grams will give you 10 grams of fat. It's a really good, quick, simple, cheap way to increase the amount of fat on your diet. So we're getting better now. We're moving up to number 4, or the second best ketogenic fat bomb for increasing our fat intake is, can you guess? It is macadamia nuts. Okay, macadamia nuts, 3/4 of their weight is fat, which is huge. It's not even number 1. We're up to the second best ketogenic fat bomb at the moment. Macadamia nuts, this is about 15 grams here. I'll get a photo of that on a different angle so you can see it better. But I normally have it in twice this amount, so about 30 gram servings. And that's about 22 grams of fat in that one serving. Now, there are some carbs in nuts, so don't go too crazy on them, but 30 grams of macadamia nuts gives you 22 grams of fat, and that's huge, guys. So it's a very quick and simple way to increase the fat intake. And number 1, can any of you guess? Let me know in the comments section below if you guessed what number 1 was before I reveal it, okay? Here we go. And I'm going to demonstrate this, by the way. It's going to be interesting. Number 1 is oil. Straight up oil. Now, this is macadamia oil. You can use macadamia oil. You can use coconut oil. You can use any oil you want. However, macadamia oil is almost tasteless, maybe a hint of a flavor of macadamia. And coconut oil is probably even less taste. It has less intense taste to it. Just a hint of coconut. Now, the trick is, and I'm going to demonstrate, this is a medicine cup, all right? It's been thoroughly cleaned. I don't think I've even used it for medicine. And I'm going to show you how to do this. You can work up to it fairly easily. You can hear the new lid crack, so you know I haven't filled it with something else. Okay. Now, this is a 15 ml medicine cup, and I'm going to fill it up to the line, the 15 ml demarcation line. And almost 100% of this oil is fat. Okay, so 15 mils. Let's see. For your 15 ml serving size, you're getting 14 grams of fat. And that's huge. Okay, so macadamia oil. Doesn't matter what brand you get, just get macadamia nut oil or coconut oil. Now, the trick to this is not to sip it. You do not want to sip this stuff. You just want to throw it down like a shot. So, bottoms up, guys. Cheers. Just like that. Throw it down. If you really need to chase it with something, because it's going to coat your throat a little bit. If you just throw it down, it's going to go straight down the back, and that's great. If you sip on it, it's going to go all through your mouth and everything, and it's not real nice. But if you need to chase it with something, chase it with some 0-calorie Coke or Pepsi Max or something like that has no sugar and no carbs and no calories in it at all. So those are the top 5 ketogenic fat bombs for increasing our fat intake. If you guys have any other suggestions or recommendations, things that have worked for you, then please let us all know in the comments section below. If you got some value from this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.